Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio on a Thursday morning. Missouri State Bears have opened up their conference play. How are they looking?
Not very good.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Well, I don't think anybody did, including the Bears nor their coach. They're in a slump, and this is a really bad time to go into a slump. Lost their 3 games to Indiana State over here last weekend and lose their opener in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament, which is double elimination, which means Missouri State has no options. They have to win from here on in. Lost last night to Murray State 6-1. Murray State put this game away in the first inning with 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 of them extra bases. And Cade Vernon, pitching for Murray State, did very well. He shut down a powerful Bears attack and shut them down very well. The bottom line is this. The Bears are slumping, not playing well, do play again later this morning against Illinois Chicago. That game is an 11:30 start our time. Bears have to win. Double elimination, they have no options. They have to win if they want to stay alive in the competition and continue on. But, hey, it's going to be an awfully tough road to hoe from here on in.
Over and above that, though, I mean, whatever happens, I thought they had a pretty good season this year.
31 wins to date, and that's pretty good, 31-21. Bears have had a lot of power, a lot of excitement, and a big-time home run hitting team, but you've got to play consistently, and right now they are not doing that.
Well, like they always say, there's always next year. No playoff basketball action last night, but there's plenty of it tonight.
Well, the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat are the only 2 teams in action. They're trying to decide who's going to win the East semifinal and play the Denver Nuggets. And Miami has a 3-1 lead, but that one loss came the other night and came to the Boston Celtics 116-99. They will play again tonight in Boston. Again, Boston has to win all the remaining games to stay alive in this situation. Miami holds the upper hand. Miami did not play well the other night, but hey, today's another day. And the Heat, while they were a play-in team, are still a pretty good ball club. We'll see what happens. Celtics and the Miami Heat, they are on the schedule for tonight.
All right, you think Boston's going to let them win in Miami? Or
in Boston?
Do you think Boston's going to let Miami win in Boston?
Well, Miami won there twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if lightning will strike 3 times. We'll see. Obviously, we have the Stanley Cup playoffs going on right now. Who won last night?
Well, the Florida Panthers are into the Stanley Cup final. And get this, the city of Miami is really celebrating. That's where the Florida Panthers play. Their home ice, that's a redundancy. Their home ice is in Miami, which is renowned for its ice rinks, of course. The Miami, or Florida Panthers in this case, beat the Carolina Hurricane by a score of 4-3, and the Panthers sweep that series 4-0. Now, the Florida Panthers have been in the Stanley Cup final before. The last time was in 1996. They got shut out by the Colorado Avalanche, but they've been there. They do have some experience. It is a veteran team. It's a team that's come up through the ashes because they were lucky to get into the Stanley Cup playoffs. But that's what happens when you get into postseason like that. But still, great celebration for the city of Miami. Basketball and hockey are right there in the forefront.
Who would have thought it? Well, good luck to either team. I've got no dog in that hunt. So the Cardinals, they get a win against the Reds yesterday?
They not only didn't get the win, they got slapped around by a Cincinnati team that is young but getting a lot better. They're not going to get championship level this year, but it's a team that's coming on. Reds beat the Cardinals 10-3. Steven Matz got the start for the Cardinals last night, and I don't know what's happened to him. This is a guy who was a flamethrower with the New York Mets, but he has not been able to achieve that with the Cardinals. Cincinnati solved him for 4 runs in the first inning, and I mean, they were hitting the ball. These were not fluke shots. They were hitting the ball all over the lot, and that 4 runs is parlayed into a 10-3 win. Matz gave up in 4 innings of pitching, 6 runs and 11 hits. 6 runs, 11 hits in 4 innings from a veteran left-hander. Spencer Steer had 4 hits and 2 RBIs for the Reds. It's a young team. It's a lineup with whom very few are familiar. I don't know very many of the players at all. They're all young, coming up from the Indianapolis Ball Club, which is pretty good. And so is Cincinnati. They're going to be in time. They're not quite there yet, but once they get together, it's going to be a formidable ball club. Anyway, bottom line is this. Reds win 10-3. They play again, the Cardinals and Reds, late this morning in Cincinnati, and then the Cardinals head to Cleveland.
So now as far as the high school prep baseball tournaments, playoffs going this week. Do we have any local representation still in it?
We do. The state championships begin early next week, Monday, as a matter of fact. Well, the Cinderella story came to an end yesterday, Greenwood and Cooter, and you knew it would. Cooter is the number 1 Class 1 team in Missouri. They came up here to Barnhouse Field between Springfield and Republic, and they put it to Greenwood pretty good. You knew it was going to happen. 14-3 was the final score. They stopped it after the 10-run mercy rule. Greenwood, folks, in its second year of varsity competition, gets all the way to the state quarterfinals. That is remarkable. Cooter wins the game, and Cooter will now play in Ozark. They're going to make that long trip again from Cooter to Ozark, which is about 5 hours almost, and the Cooter is way down in the boot heel. But nonetheless, a very good team, number 1 in the state. They won, Cooter wins. Ash Grove will play for the Class 2 state semifinals. They beat Iberia 10-5, and this is pretty good because they're going to play Maysville. Maysville and Ash Grove will play Monday night at 7 o'clock at what's now known as Sky Bacon Stadium. It's U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, the old Duck Stadium. That's where they're playing the state championship, and it does have a new name. Now, in the sectional playoff that was suspended, Licking and Forsyth, suspended because of rain. Now, we didn't have any rain down here.
No.
They did in Licking 2 days ago. Big thunderstorm came up. Anyway, Licking and Forsyth completed their game, and Licking wins at 11-0, so their quarterfinal is today. Class 3 and 4 quarterfinals today, Class 5 and 6 on Saturday, and the championships begin in Ozark on Monday.
Also, at this point, I would also like to take the time to remind the listeners, if you know anyone that works at Sky Bacon, I want that T-shirt with the logo on it. Every time you bring it up, Ned wants one too. We gave the Cardinals some love. What about the Royals? How'd they do yesterday?
Royals did not win. Detroit Tigers beat them by a score of 6-4, and the Springfield Cardinals did not win after coming away with an 8-3 win the night before. The Wichita Wind Surge buried the Cardinals, this time by a score of 13-1. Springbirds are now 18-23 on the league. That competition continues right on through Sunday. And then the Springbirds break camp again and go down to Amarillo, Texas to play. But hey, it's good baseball, good way to spend a holiday weekend. It's a good way to spend any time is out of the ballpark. That's what it's all about.
You got a 99% chance you'll probably see Ned at the ballpark at least once or twice.
Certainly will Sunday
weekend.
because we have that game on TV.
Yeah. So Ned will be out there. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.